We are live on YouTube, Thursday Night Thunder edition. Our recording.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast Show. And as Tommy had mentioned, it is Thursday Night Thunder coming at you. Back in Portland, back in Phoenix. Darren, of course, never left North Carolina, but he will be joining us at some point in tonight's show. But welcome. We have a jam-packed show for you, full of banter and nonsense and non-scripted anything, because we just throw outlines out the window. That's all they're good for. But of course, big shout out to Mike Monster. Get your official Bros Before Elbows t-shirt at MikeMonster.com. And hey, so welcome to the show, Tommy.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for good to be back, man. Good to be back on air, back in with the Bros. What are you gonna share with me? Your screenshot thing before we went on air.
Oh, is that what Showcase was? I'm trying to figure out what Showcase is in Google Hangouts. All I wanted to show you was the first generation iPod.
Does anyone else remember their first generation iPod and where they were when they discovered an iPod? And do people still have iPods? I don't think so.
Tommy was on a plane.
I was on a plane. Yeah, where was everyone else? Yeah, I was pretty shocked with my CD player. Like, what? Yeah. Like 20 CDs on your iPod.
Dude, well, remember having to carry around your CD player in a backpack full of CDs?
Yeah, you did, man. You used to have like those big like leather like loose leaf things that hold like 100 CDs. You're like, oh, and you gotta like organize that and file it.
Yeah, dude. And then you carry that around. That'd be like you wouldn't bring any other goods except for your CD player, your headphones, and that fat book of CDs. And you had to bring your favorite CDs, and that's all you'd have with you your whole trip. And then, of course, you'd always have to have the CD player horizontal. You could never just clip it to you.
No, you could not, man. They always had like that anti-skip protection, but it like wasn't really
such a gimmick, dude. It was such a joke.
It was a gimmick, man. Remember the Pontiac Firebird that had the 5 CD changer in the car, like CD changers in the car? You could have like 5 or 10 CDs, change it out.
Yeah, dude, I remember that. You'd have to change it in the back, and you pick your favorite 5, your fave 5.
That would be like your fave. That was when you were going like on a long road trip, you really had to like make some cuts, man.
For sure. Yeah, you couldn't have jabroni CDs in there. God, I remember that. Jeez, dude. And now, yeah, the iPod comes out and freaking revolutionizes the world.
Then the iPhone comes out and it kills the iPod.
Oh my gosh, yeah, dude. So in tech news, Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast has gone into the tech world, Silicon Valley. Yeah, dude, they just continued the iPod. Not all of them. The iPod Touch is still available, but the Nano and everything beyond that is gone.
Man, the iPod Shuffle had those little like clip-on things.
That was a smart idea. Man, if you're a runner or you don't care what order your songs are in, that's pretty rad.
Any 100 songs, man.
Yo, T Monies, what do you think? Where were you when you saw your first iPod?
Was he across the street? Oh, he's online right now. He's on the show. Is he eating Wendy's? There's live from the Wendy's drive-thru right now.
Rocky. Finally, come back to the podcast. I'm not eating Wendy's, guys.
You were gone for like 5 minutes.
I was never in here.
Oh,
I just joined.
Yeah, you joined not too long ago. Theron, where were you when you saw your first iPod?
It was a cold winter that year. I remember. 6 degrees outside. I'm pretty sure I was across the street. I want to say one of you guys had one because I definitely never had one. Where did I? Maybe I did. My dad did. Okay, so I was at home.
Does it work through that? All right.
All right, dude. Good. Hey, we're making progress.
Because remember, didn't when they first came out, it was the face was digital. Like now, with the smartphone, the playlist was digital, right?
Right, Game Boy, like a souped up Game Boy screen.
Yeah, it was like a yellowish screen. It had 4 buttons on it, and then it had a scroll wheel that was like a touch wheel. It wasn't like a physical wheel. It was like a touch wheel. And it could
Yeah.
hold like 80 songs or something like that, or it had like 2 gigs or whatever. But yeah. Tommy hit it right in the head. It looks like sorry, it wasn't yellow screen. Yeah, very Game Boy-ish. Like that font.
Yeah, Game Boyish. It was like big and clunky.
Oh yeah, it was a brick.
I wonder if I can pull up an image of it right now.
Yeah, it looked like a pack of cigarettes, like a digital pack of cigarettes.
A pack of cigarettes. That's hilarious. Why are you guys talking about
not
that?
endorse smoking at all at the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. You know, if you need to quit, we encourage that.
Yeah, this is our podcast while you quit.
Yeah, whoa!
Exactly.
I just pulled it up.
Crazy, huh?
So different.
Oh man.
Wow. Am I seeing this right? A used iPod first generation is $10,000 on eBay.
Whoa, dude.
$399 for a refurbished one on Rakuten.com. Are you serious?
Hey man, it's old tech, dude. That is some old technology. Beedly-dee-dee-dee. All right,
But
Nintendo's
were making a comeback now too, and they're only like $100.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Nintendo's like the first Nintendo.
Oh yeah, legit, dude. Totally buy one of those.
They're coming off a Super NES one too.
Can I buy a Super Tecmo Bowl on that Super NES one, but the 2017 edition with Deshaun Watson on the cover?
I don't think you can do that. No, that's asking too much for that technology.
He's almost as hot as Christian McCaffrey. Yeah.
This isn't our football podcast, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was thinking about fantasy. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. By the way, the Ravens won. Shout out to the Ravens in their preseason debut.
What does that have to do with NXT?
Nothing at all. All I can say to you is that glorious domination in the middle of your workout is awesome. We're talking about the theme song for Bobby Roode. Segueing into NXT, when you're just in the workout room and you get a little Samoa Joe in there or a little glorious Bobby Roode, oh my God, he might throw a plate through the window. I don't know. I'm serious, dude.
That gives me strength.
Wait, did you guys watch NXT? I didn't watch it.
I did not see the latest episode, which was last night, so I am a little behind. I did see, however,
last week.
I might have seen last week. Dude, this whole
you can see the debut of I always get the two confused. I think Kyle O'Reilly was last week.
Okay, I saw him fight Aleister Black.
That was last week.
That was last week. Okay. That was great. That was awesome. I'm excited for NXT, man. I'm super stoked. I just got to catch up, man.
Me too. Side note, here's a quick question.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about random stuff, I don't know if we're in the intro or how long you guys have been on.
We're talking about pro wrestling now, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, random question. Do you guys watch Game of Thrones?
Yes, but I'm 2 episodes behind. Sorry, Tommy, I didn't mean to catch you up.
Okay, well,
Tommy does not watch.
About
I do not watch.
I'm about 52 episodes behind, so it's cool. I'm only on season 1, but
dude, watch.
Dude, I'm watching. I'm loving it. I'm like, wow, this is what life was like. Like, what in the world?
What life was like.
I think dragons and stuff were like that, man.
Oh yeah, man, medieval times, bruh. Real stuff.
Is it, man? I thought it was like a fantasy. I want to read the book, man. I want to read the book. So I'm so far behind the show. I might as well just read the book.
Shout out to the Peter Dinklage, also known as Tyrion.
That's offensive.
You don't know what the imp is? That's a little person.
Okay, that's still offensive.
This episode is dedicated to Peter Dinklage. Thank you for being a fan of the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast, and also
Peter, buy our shirt.
Yeah, and rep our shirt. That'd be rad, dude. But
get you an extra small.
Okay, that's not. That's still not helping anybody.
All right, so hey, let's jump into some pro wrestling news. I know last week, Darren and I had talked about I believe it was last week, talking about Nakamura. I want to jump into this real quick. We have no outline, so this is really just me thinking of, wow, this would be pretty crazy. But I guess there is heat. I read that there was no heat on Nakamura for dumping Cena on his head, and then I did read that there was heat, but that Vince McMahon is basically, he was furious that he dumped Cena on his head, but says that he still has faith in Nakamura, just not to do it again.
So, sounds like you read the rumor mill.
Yeah, man, straight up. And I thought that was interesting because it's, when you see a wrestler, botch a move like that, but like know it immediately and be like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm sure that was a good reason for McMahon to be like, okay, I'll give him another shot. Better not do it again, but I'm not going to hold it.
What about all the botches Randy Orton does in the Singh brothers? Constantly killing them.
It's okay. He's Randy Orton. He's a legend killer.
He's a Singh brother killer. He's trying to murder them.
They're still walking. It's fine.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Hey, Kumar was at SmackDown Live.
He actually has a name, Cal Penn.
Yeah, Cal Penn. Kumar. That's what I said.
No, he's called him.
I was like, Kumar. I have a friend named Kumar.
I'm sorry. I'm just being completely off the walls right now. I'm offending a lot of people.
That Wendy's Frosty getting to you. 50 cents.
How'd you know I was eating a Wendy's Frosty right now?
You always We're unofficially sponsored by Wendy's at this point.
Oh my gosh.
I know, man. Hey, Wendy's, buy our shirt.
How many retweets we got to get you to buy our shirt?
Right. Oh, weren't they beefing with James Ellsworth recently? Retweeting?
It was just a little banter back and forth. Ellsworth basically saying there was 50-cent Frosties, and then Wendy said any man with 2 quarters can take advantage of this deal.
Yeah, they should. The heat with Nakamura, but how was it really heat? I mean, obviously, like if you dump a star player on their neck, but I mean, John Cena's like on his way out. Like he just
dump a fan on his head.
I know, but I'm just saying,
bro,
like,
you on your way out.
He's not. I don't. It wasn't intentional. This is the thing. It seems as though nowadays a lot more wrestlers are a lot more reckless in the ring. Seth Rollins, Nakamura, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe to a career-ending state or point. I don't think it was right. But it was an accident. It wasn't like Nakamura like intentionally did it. But I can see why Vince would be mad. But it's like, how often? I mean, how much more John Cena are we going to see? He's already crossed over in the movies, which is ironic because he totally made fun of The Rock for doing that, and he's doing the exact same thing on like a much larger scale.
Oh man, yo, bro, he ain't running for president, dude. He
might do that. Him and The Rock might square off in 2024.
Oh my gosh.
Thrice in a lifetime.
Oh, America, dude. You gotta love this place.
They'll have a Coca-Cola. What do you think about the heat, Tommy? Did you know there was heat?
I was more looking. I did not read that rumor yet. I try to stay away from the rumors for the most part.
Usually that's true, but go ahead.
Yeah. But, yeah, man, I was more looking at the crowd reaction to when he won. And I think they kind of turned on. I mean, they kind of got behind him eventually. I think the match was kind of. I don't know. I watched it live. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just watched the highlights. But yeah. I was just judging. I was looking at the crowd reaction. It looked like more people wanted Cena to win in that particular SmackDown crowd at the time. But I'm happy they made him go over clean, which is nice. No interference or anything.
Isn't it weird how Cena now is cheered like a lot?
Because I think all that hate from Cena went to Roman Reigns now. He's the new like whipping boy for like smart fans. I think like Cena, like with his feuds with AJ Styles and his feud with Daniel Bryan a couple years ago, and his appearance on Total Divas, like he's got some kind of like he's got some like indie cred built up somehow.
It's weird. Like he's got a lot of love. Like I was looking at the crowd reaction on Tuesday night when he challenged Baron Corbin to like a match, and when they announced, like everyone was cheering, I was like, "What happened to like Let's Go Cena? Cena sucks." Like I don't even feel like that's a thing anymore. It's more like Braun Strowman comes out and says, "I love hurting Roman Reigns," and everyone's like, "Yeah." I'm like, dang, bro, like,
much blood.
Basically, give us your new Universal Champion. But oh man,
I think with Cena, he just became so much more relatable by doing movies. By doing funny movies, doing funny parts, and being on Total Divas, and like you get to see this side of John Cena that you don't normally get to see in the ring. If you just look at his in-ring persona, then yeah, I could see how you could still hate him because he's super Cena. But if you see him outside of WWE, then you're like, yeah, it's a relatable dude. So again, I think that could be a contributing factor to why people are more cheering him than booing him.
But is he now no longer than, as you guys dubbed him, American Cheese Pizza, and is now Roman Reigns Superman? Because Roman Reigns, like, I think Braun Strowman is eventually going to just pick up the ring and throw it at Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns will still come out of that rubble to win the match somehow. Like, seriously,
I
like,
think
what?
I think John Cena is no longer like the Papa John's cheese pizza. He's more like a boutique-y brick oven pizza.
Yeah, he's moved it to brick oven status for sure, man. I think he's
I
Who
he's
makes
gained
brick oven
respect.
pizza in Arizona? What's the place that does that?
Grimaldi.
Grimaldi's,
Yeah,
yep.
dude. Shout out.
He's like the Grimaldis of wrestling. But Roman Reigns, though, he is yeah, dude. He is the he's predictable. Like, he's the predictable dude now. Like, he is the Little Caesars $5 hot and ready.
But those are so good, especially with the cinnamon bites.
Dude, they have a half-life of 5 minutes, dude. You have 2.5
It's all
minutes
fast food, man.
to really like eat it, and then after 2.5 minutes, it's
Oh yeah, it's totally
Diminished.
crap.
very quickly, dude.
But Roman
Diminishing
Reigns,
returns.
I mean, Roman Reigns gets so much hate, but in the midst of his hatred, I think we're just all over the place. But it's cool. He's so good as whatever he is, whatever they're pegging him to be. Superman.
I don't even know if he knows what he is.
But dude, the dude sells, like, he sells his bumps, I think, really well. I mean, a lot of them are like, it looks like he has to poop, or he has to pee really bad, but he sells really well. That's what I see when I see him in matches. Like, gets thrown off the stage, gets up, and it's not like he wins every match. Like, he lost to Braun Strowman now the last 2 times they fought.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I guess, we've already had this conversation, but it's just like the Smarky fan now is so Smarky and so has access to the internet that you won't ever see another Hulk Hogan, like, red and yellow, where it's like everyone just cheers for the good guy and everyone boos the bad guy. Like, Braun Strowman is the bad guy, but people cheer for him anyway because he's beating up. Right.
The story's evolving. Now you have a love for all of these different characters.
Yeah, I love Samoa Joe, and he's supposed to be a bad guy. I love Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
He's supposed to be a bad guy. I like Dolph Ziggler. He's supposed to be a heel. I guess that's just the way it is. That's cool though. That keeps wrestling relevant. That's what's awesome.
Yeah. It's an ever evolving story. Yeah, dude. I don't think there will ever be a Hulk Hogan. I don't know. That's like, that story's been told. Not to say it can't be retold. It can be retold, but it'll be retold in a different light, portraying the same message.
What about like another Ric Flair or like another stable like the Four Horsemen? Like the Four Horsemen, I still get goosebumps watching their promotions from like NWA. Like, oh my gosh, like they were just so sick, and it's like I'm waiting to see that happen again. Do you think that could happen again, or is it just a different crowd? I'm kind of asking Tommy, I guess. Now I'll ask both of you. These are just random questions.
I'm always trying to think of facts. Today's the 20th anniversary of D-Generation X forming. So it formed it in 1997. You can see it on WWE Twitter and Triple H tweeting stuff out. But yeah, I think it's kind of like lightning in a bottle, man. It's hard to recreate. Like, it's the reason they haven't been able to do another like NWO since then, or a reason there hasn't been another like DS like fashion. Because like once you like pop the bottle, like the soda goes flat eventually, and you can't really do that. You can't. And they've tried to create stuff similar to the Four Horsemen, but I don't think it's like, I guess, was Evolution or whatever. It's kind of similar, but
supposed to be similar. Yeah.
Yeah, and that works. And then like, I guess like NWO and Bullet Club is kind of like maybe kind of like cousins, but yeah, I mean, so they can do cousins, but you can't really create that magic. It's like once you wrote that storyline, and like look at a comic book. Once you write that storyline, you can't really go back and kind of like work it without being too copycatish, I guess.
But how many times can you kill Superman? Or
you can, but you got to do it in a different creative way. So I guess I don't know how many times can you reform the whole Four Horsemen. You just got to do it. I guess if you do the Four Horsewomen, I guess maybe that's the next thing you'll get. I mean, hopefully they do that eventually.
No.
Cool, man. I still think that's cool.
I mean,
on.
Charlotte's got to learn how to strut better, okay? Like, I don't understand her strut. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, how do you mess up a strut?
Is that the only thing that's holding her back? Is the strut?
Yeah. Everything else is perfect, spot on. You've already seen she's a way better heel than she is a face. Like, she kills that. And she's got the air as this daughter of the Nature Boy. I mean, it just depends on who they put in that faction and how they come across. Because I'm going to compare everyone to mainly just two people. Well, three. Ric Flair, Double A Arn Anderson, and Chris Benoit. Because it's not your spot. It's not my spot. It's not your dog spot. It's my spot. That. Like, you'll never get that again. But there's some cool moments. The Shield was dope. And Monday they gave you a teaser. Like, they're doing this teaser with Seth and Dean right now where it's like we want to be cool, but we don't. And, like, I got some goosebumps when, like, Dean put his hand out and Seth, like, shook it off.
Wait, Tommy, you said you hate it?
Hated which what?
The possible Shield reunion?
No, I never said that. No.
I must have heard something in my. I thought, like, under your breath, you're like, I hate that. Like, oh,
no. I was thinking out loud, like, maybe that's a good way to get Roman back some, like, good heat or something, or good, like, positive momentum if they put him back with that. But I don't know. Might be too big of a step down for Roman Reigns at this point.
You're probably right, but I guess it just depends. It really just depends on what they do at SummerSlam. Like, if he doesn't win the title, which no one knows. The only persons that know are supposedly Vince McMahon and Brock Lesnar. Those are the only two that know the outcome of the show, because they just want to keep it tight-lipped. They don't want anyone to know anything. There's no rumors about the Universal. There's rumors that Shinsuke's going to win the WWE title and maybe lose Baron Corbin right away. Like, it'll cash in, but nothing about the Universal. If he loses and they don't need him in the main event picture right away, I mean, you could do a little Shield run for Survivor Series or up through the Rumble. Like,
I could do it for Survivor Series. That would make the most sense to me.
It gives them something to do.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Well, look, hey, before we jump into another random question, random topic show for Thursday Night Thunder, take a quick little break. This episode is brought to you by Mike Monster Apparel. Super rad, really cool clothing, really cool apparel. Go to MikeMonster.com and check out all of the designs that they have. There is an official Bros Before Elbows t-shirt. Check it out. Promo code Bros Before Elbows, that's the number 4, will score you a 20% discount off of your purchase. So make sure that you use that at the end of your transaction and score yourself a discount. So MikeMonster.com. Big shout out to MikeMonster.com. Welcome back to the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. We are chugging along here on Thursday Night Thunder, bringing you something new, trying to work out the newness of our show. Hey, I want to talk about something real quick before we jump into the next topic. Are you guys digging these promo videos on Instagram?
Who are you asking? Us?
Yeah, us or the audience.
And the fans, too. If you like it, let us know. But I'm curious what you guys think about the
impromptu show meeting. I think it's good, man. It's good practice. You know, I was hesitant at first, but it was good to practice on the mic, and it's good. It's good, something different. I don't see any other podcasts doing it, and there's like a quadzillion podcasts on Twitter. I think like all of them are following us, and we're following them back on Twitter. So I haven't seen anyone else do it. So I think it's kind of good to stand out from the crowd, and it's fun. And it's a way for us to be creative outside the show.
Darren, what do you think?
I think it's sick. I mean, you know, I think it's dope because there are so many podcasts out there. Like, I think Paul Levesque said it recently that. Not recently. This was like a couple of years ago. He's like, there's just so many wrestling podcasts, blah, 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 blah. I don't know why he was saying that, but he was. So it's like, it just gives us a fresh look. Like, we got merch, we got the podcast, and now we have promo videos that not only are our fans seeing, but people that follow us on like all these other social media avenues, because we're posting it to everything. So like, I think it's dope. I have more and more people being like, I didn't even know. They're like, podcast. I didn't know you did a podcast. Yeah, man. I want to listen to it. Cool. Subscribe too and buy our damn shirt. Sorry.
That's it. Yeah, guerrilla marketing. Yes. Out there.
Get me a Frosty.
Yeah. And then go get me a Frosty. Vanilla. Actually get a mix. I want it mixed.
We'll put a promo on Wendy's.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like every video is getting better because I'm really figuring out how to use the iMovie on my phone, and that's really what I'm doing it. So you guys are cutting it on your phones and then sending it to me, and I'm doing the editing for it. And every time I'm finding a new feature. Like I gotta say, like Tommy's is my favorite because of the newscast.
Yeah,
I like that. That's funny,
so
man.
silly, dude. So silly. And figuring out how to put the sound effects at the beginning and the end. Like I have this little formula for it because it's just fun. Like I want it to be, recognizable each and every time. But like inside of it, it's fun. Like I'm figuring out how to split the video and do some quick little edits and then transition. So yeah, it's really fun. Our Instagram following has grown. I can't say it's grown exponentially, but it's growing, and that's really cool because we're getting feedback, and that's really, really fun. So, a message to the fans of the podcast: hey, check out our Instagram, Bros Before Elbows. And let us know what you think about these promo videos. We're gonna keep cutting them and making memes and stuff like that because it's just fun and silly. And to Tommy's point too, it's like it helps set us apart from all of the other podcasts that are out there. So, we appreciate totally that you're listening to our podcast and us banter about pro wrestling, especially our international fans. Still want to hear from you. Who are you in Japan? Who are you in the UK? Who are you in Vietnam and New Zealand and Germany and Guam and everywhere else, man? It's crazy. But
I love that storyline that keeps going. I was trying to find international fans.
who are you? We talk about you almost every show now. We must know. How did you find us? The internet is so crazy. It's so crazy. Oh my gosh. It is blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind. Oh my gosh. But so let's fire off another random question. Theron, what do you got?
I'm just trying to think. I guess pressing would be I don't know what to say. Like, do we want to talk about Enzo Amore and his heat and his partying? Have you heard about this? Like, why people are mad at him?
I have
actually. I read about that too. Yeah, let's go into that.
Okay, let's get into Enzo Amore. I mean, because he's still. I watched the highlights. How you doing? He's still a fan favorite. Like Monday night, he came out. They had a tag match. Him and Big Show versus the Good Brothers. I think that's who and the fans still cheer. Like, I mean, obviously these are. I think it was mostly children, but they still like him. But the backstage heat is centered around maybe his personal life is a little too crazy, right? He parties too much, or he revealed. But what's weird is that I thought that was the life of a wrestler. Like Shawn Michaels, no disrespect to any of these people, at one point in time, the Shawn Michaels of the world, Scott Hall, all those guys, and maybe I just don't know. When you're a wrestler, I mean, Ric Flair would talk about it all the time. I mean, he wouldn't give you the exact details that it was a stripper and such, but does that not come with the territory if you choose to? What's the issue? I don't understand.
Tommy, you can take this one. But yeah,
I think that's a big rift between generation of wrestlers. So I always hear on other podcasts or Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast is old timers. They used to go they'd go 5 days a week and they'd party hard every time after the show, dude. And they'd go to bars and strip clubs and different clubs after their events, and they'd party with the fans and they would do stuff. And now people nowadays, everyone's the rift is with the old school wrestlers think the new school wrestlers don't have any fun. They usually go back and play video games or go back and get on their Instagram or go on their YouTube channel. And there's they're not partying as hard. So Enzo's kind of the anomaly in the locker room right now, when a lot of people are families and they're FaceTime with their family at home, or they're calling their girlfriend or whatever on Skype, or just hanging out in the hotel room and just chilling out. When 20, 25 years ago, the same people would be partying hard and going 24/7 and not getting in until 3 a.m. and then going to a show the next day and driving to the town. So it's just a completely different mindset between I think it's a generational thing,
which is so weird.
I can see that. I also see it too as I think the etiquette's changed in the back and in the locker room. You know what I mean? I don't think it's like, not to say these guys don't have fun and you know, do whatever in the back, but I think at least how I picture it in my head is, you know, they're back there to work and they're back there to like give the best performance that they can. I don't think they're super, you know, into having like people backstage and kind of that rock star lifestyle, but Enzo is living that. Because I heard or read in probably the same article that we all read that he was bringing like questionable people back there.
Who's questionable?
I mean, if somebody like, okay, if the etiquette is, hey, if you're bringing people back, no photos, no videos, like, you know, this is a production. We don't want people back here filming that stuff.
Okay.
Back here, do whatever, hang out in the locker room, sure, whatever, eat catering, fine. But if they're breaking those rules, it's like, hey, man, like, and everybody else is abiding by that, it's like you're kind of going against the grain. And if you're making a show about it and making a stink about it and being an asshole, or sorry, being a jerk about it, then, you know, yeah, people are going to turn against you and frown upon that. You know, so I think the etiquette is just basically what I'm saying is I think the etiquette has changed in the back to where it's like you're here to do your performance and you're here to be a wrestler. Like, you're not here to party. Like, but to Tommy's point, like, go out and party after the show. Like, go to the bars and do whatever you want. You know, we only have so much time in this city, and then tomorrow just show up on time.
Is the schedule longer now, or is it the same?
I don't know. I have no idea what their road schedule is, but I know they do house shows, so you got to think like, you know, they're probably performing wrestling 4 nights, 4 times. Yeah, probably 4 nights out of the week.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense. I just look at a lot of the stories you hear, a lot of scandalous, like Scott Hall's life, for example, was very tumultuous. But then you hear like about Ric Flair. I mean, I guess Ric Flair had a tumultuous life too. I don't know. I guess I don't really have anything to back it up on. But when you become a wrestler in the biggest company in the world, you're at the mountaintop of wrestling. It's like reaching the NBA or the NFL if you're a star. But the thing is, and then if you're successful, like if you're someone that people like, you know, I don't know. I guess you are a rock star. You're also a representation of the company, but I don't see what the big deal is. So I guess like Roman Reigns must be boring then. Now I want to boo him. No, I don't like him.
Boo
him.
Chaperone Roman.
Yeah, because he's the one that's supposedly like removed. I'm like, how does Roman get to remove people from the bus?
So on the bus thing, from what I read, and again, I'm reading this on CageSideSeats.com, and they're getting it from other publications too. But from what I had read is that he was on the bus talking on his phone, like on speakerphone loudly, and discussing how much money he made, but also talking crap about WWE as a company.
Okay, yeah, I saw that.
That to me would be like, it's like one thing if you're talking loud, like, dude, shut up, put your earbuds in, talk that way. But if you're like talking about like, oh, making like, you know, $20 a shirt and blah, 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 and yeah, but they're stiffing me and F this company and blah, blah, blah. Then it's like, whoa. Why are you biting the hand that feeds you, dude?
I think he's mad because his gimmick has been altered. Like, he wasn't happy about this breakup that they went with. But how did you not see it coming from the time that they started saying they were big on Big Cass? And Big Cass is 7 feet tall. And Vince McMahon loves big people. So,
yeah,
I think he was just probably bitter. So he's probably talking about that. He might have been talking about the road. You don't know what he was talking about.
I have no idea, but enough to upset Roman Reigns and for him to be like, whoa, dude, enough is enough. Get off the bus, bro. Like, Uber it to the next town.
But I mean, do you think that do you think he'll end up being punished for this? Not necessarily like suspended, but like storyline wise.
He already has, man. He already has.
Okay. Does Roman Reigns have the pull to go to Vince McMahon and be like, I need you to punish this guy because he disrespected the locker room? Do you think Vince McMahon is upset?
He already has. Enzo Amore, look where he's not anywhere good on the card. He's in an okay storyline, but I mean,
okay. I mean, but what has Big Cass accomplished
But no, he's got his meal ticket broken away, man. As soon as that happened, we knew that Enzo was gonna be the one to fall, and Cass was gonna be the one to rise when that tag team broke up.
Oh,
So I think
well, yeah, of course. I mean, Cass is the big guy.
he already is being punished. He got punished because he
Enzo's
lost
a
his meal
terrible
ticket.
wrestler, dude. That's the other fact you got to think of is
Who is?
Enzo.
No, they're both kind of terrible, but
They're
yeah,
both really bad.
Terrible, dude. The guy's
They're both bad.
no, the guy would be like he'd be like a level 56 on WWE 2K18. I have no idea what he's rated at, but he would be like, I'm just learning this game. Who am I going to beat up on that I know I'm going to win against? I would choose Enzo over like James Ellsworth.
Big Cass is just going to be another Kevin Nash as far as wrestling.
Give him time, bro.
Listen.
That's
Here's the thing about
bad.
Kevin Nash. I never even noticed that he couldn't wrestle because I didn't care about that. He was just too cool. I didn't care that he couldn't.
Too cool.
Didn't care. Didn't even think of. These are things I didn't think about when I was in like high school. I was just in tune with the NWO and everything they were doing. I was like, yo, they're cool. Oh, jackknife powerbomb, sweet. Oh, a taser, a cattle prod. Whoa, that's crazy. Meanwhile, if you look at like wrestlers that couldn't wrestle, like they have Kevin Nash and Scott Hall in there. I'm like, did you not watch the ladder match at WrestleMania 10? Maybe they didn't see that. I don't know. I thought he was a great wrestler.
I don't know. I got to watch some old Kevin Nash because I have a feeling now.
He can't wrestle. Apparently, the Diesel push was like one of the worst runs, and I'm like, wait. I thought that was awesome.
He really can't wrestle. I mean, compared to like guys of his era, like Jericho, Benoit, Michaels. I mean, even Undertaker. I mean, especially Undertaker, a big man who could move like that. So I mean,
yeah, like Strowman compared to Cass. Strowman's done some stuff where I'm like, how is he doing that? He's like 7 foot tall.
I'm curious. You know, hey, if you're listening to this show, comment on the worst Kevin Nash match. I want to know what you think the worst Kevin Nash match is, basically exemplifying how terrible of a wrestler he is.
How was their tag matches, the Outsiders, when they revealed that Hogan was the third member? Like, did he not wrestle good in that match? They had to actually wrestle in that match, right?
Yeah, but they had to wrestle good though. I mean, freaking Scott Hall could carry him.
True. That's so crazy. I don't know how we got on this topic, but Big Cass could be Kevin Nash. I mean, he doesn't have a big moveset. He has the Empire Elbow. He has the big boot, and I think he has a side slam. Maybe does he have a side slam?
Is the elbow his new finisher? The Empire Elbow.
I thought the Empire Elbow was always his finisher. It's not.
No, I used to be like.
I thought it was like a big boot or something.
I thought like a side slam was actually his finisher.
Oh, maybe it was a side slam.
It was like a whirling like.
Oh yeah.
Like modified rock bottom. I don't know, something like that. Yeah.
They probably got it away from that because Baron Corbin's is like.
It's pretty similar to Baron Corbin's. Baron Corbin does it a lot better though.
Oh, yeah. End of Days is so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So, what do we think of Enzo? He's just going to keep toiling. I mean, he's being punished, but he's still on TV. He's still getting a crowd reaction.
So send him down to NXT.
Okay, fine. If he goes to NXT, he's going to shine. I don't know what he's going to do, but he'll probably shine.
Is he?
Maybe he'll be good enhancement. He'll be down there. He would be a formidable opponent. Like, okay, you have to beat Enzo. But then again, I could see Cash
can't wrestle
killing him. I could see a Tommy killing him. I could see Aleister Black just eviscerating him. So maybe I take that statement back, dude. Enzo would get his ass.
Enough about Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish killing him and kneeing him in the face.
Eric, what's his name?
Eric Young.
EY.
Oh man, yeah.
There's too many good wrestlers down there. I don't think he can keep up.
Yeah, no, he couldn't. They're saying that their next shakeup, they could move some people to NXT with the intent that Vince McMahon's just like, I'm never going to push you in the main roster. So you're just going to stay down here forever until you decide to quit.
That's not cool.
That could be Enzo. It's just crazy. Like, it could, yeah, but he needs to quit anyway. I'm sorry. He's not even doing what he was doing like when I started watching wrestling anymore. He's just kind of there. Sells moves. He's just not the entertainer. I mean, but he's been doing this for a long time. I mean, he was in the Spirit Squad. That was in like 2005.
Yeah, maybe it's time for Ziggler take on a different role. But I feel that, man. Something about him just seems really like just stale.
It's because he's not getting what he should have got. Like, he paid his dues in the Spirit Squad, all things. Then then he comes back as Dolph Ziggler. He gets the Intercontinental title. I think he got a U.S. title. He gets paired with Vicky Guerrero. She makes him cut his hair once and turn it like brown. And then like that didn't work. So
paired him with Jack Swagger.
No, that's a
they
boat anchor.
They paired him with sorry Jack Swagger. Like, you pay your dues, you're supposed to get pushed, and he was a good entertainer. And I mean, he got a world title run, but it wasn't that long. And he got the world title run with a feud against Alberto Del Rio, who the WWE hates, and he hates them. Or actually, they don't even hate him. He just hates them. Like, he didn't get what he deserved.
Yeah, I don't know.
They just don't.
I feel bad for him.
Just they're gonna do Sami Zayn dirty.
Wait, you think Ziggler's the same, or Sami Zayn's the same as Ziggler?
I don't think he's the same at all. I think they're gonna do him dirty.
Oh, got it. Okay.
When will he ever have a chance to be a champion again?
Hey man, if Jinder Mahal, like we're saying, we're living in a world where Jinder Mahal's a champion. If Jinder Mahal could be a champion, then anyone can freaking be. Jinder Mahal can't wrestle and he can't cut a promo, and he's still a champion.
Bro, if James Ellsworth can get airtime and be amazing, anything is possible.
But he's not wrestling. Ellsworth is just a valet. He's just gonna be a valet until his contract's up, and they'll let him go because where would he wrestle at?
I thought he was suspended. What happened?
Oh, he's back. Where you been? Came back
Hey,
Tuesday night. He helped Carmella pin Naomi.
Interesting.
Yeah,
good for Ellsworth.
You didn't buy your free Ellsworth T-shirt yet?
I saw Naomi wearing it. Yeah, I mean not wearing Carmella.
Yeah,
Carmella wearing it.
That's funny. Oh my gosh. Oh, Ellsworth. It's a crazy, wacky wrestling world we live in, man.
Yeah, where Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar interrupt Miz TV after the Miz says he's tired of being interrupted on Miz TV. And then like Miz just decides, well, if you're going to come out here, I'm going to eviscerate you vocally, only for you to destroy me.
That was funny, dude. I was waiting for a shoe to fly off. I was waiting for Michael Cole to get F5'd again.
Why would he get F5? He wasn't even in the ring.
You see his shoes come off?
Oh,
that was the greatest thing ever. He freaking F5's the cameraman. F5's Michael Cole. It was freaking. Oh my gosh! Yes. I just want a GIF of just that repeating forever and ever.
What are the chances that Brock Lesnar actually retains the Universal title at SummerSlam?
I think it's slim to none. I don't think he's gonna win. I got my money on Samoa Joe. That's my prediction.
Me too, but I just wanted to know what you guys thought. Tommy, what do you think he has any chance of retaining his title?
Just a slim, man, because he's supposed to come back to MMA. He's supposed to come back to UFC in like December or early next year.
For sure, like that's already agreed.
He's still suspended for getting best on steroids for his last fight, but supposed to be up kind of soon, so he's supposed to fight John Jones. So
I thought that was just hype. I thought John Jones was just like wait,
no,
what?
They
John
both
Jones
really
heavyweight?
No, John Jones a 205-pounder, but he wants to move up and fight Brock Lesnar.
So you're telling me John Jones is going to gain like 50 pounds?
I mean, he cuts weight. He cuts like 25 to 30 pounds to get to 205, so he just probably wouldn't lose any weight.
So he's going to stop doing the cocaine, or
Gosh, man.
We're going off the rails.
I couldn't help it. Never mind. That's not about it. I was going to ask about Daniel Cormier crying, but never mind. That has nothing to do with wrestling. Anyway.
Okay, that's
I want to ask who wins that fight, but I feel like John Jones would
destroy it. You destroy it. Brock Lesnar's 40 years old and he wrestles. I mean, he fights once a year. You get totally destroyed by John. Even though he's John Jones giving up like 45 pounds. That's what makes it interesting because like Brock Lesnar's so huge.
That would be the sickest fight right after McGregor versus Mayweather, which is
pretty much. Yeah.
That'd be dope. I'd have to request off for that.
Yeah, see, so I mean that's where Brock Lesnar's at. So that's what I'm saying. That's how that maybe WWE wants the title on him when he goes and fights MMA next, which would be interesting.
They don't want the title on him, or they do?
Yeah, maybe they do, just to be like a twist. Because last time he didn't have the title when he fought MMA.
I mean, yeah, because if he wins, because obviously like Dana White or whoever owns UFC and Vince McMahon have like they're kind of cool with each other. Like they intermix. Ronda Rousey's up in there sometimes, and they got their intermixings. And Ronda Rousey may wrestle maybe soon. Even though they have that chick whose name I keep forgetting that is a former MMA fighter.
Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, in WWE. Talking about the chick in NXT right now.
I don't know. No, she's gonna be in the Mae Young Classic. She's really good friends with Ronda Rousey, so that's why they're like rumored to come up together or something.
No, that's cool. Need more women like that kicking butt. But I don't know though, because I don't know if Lesnar wins at SummerSlam, then like who's he feud with next? I mean, then he just goes back through that cycle again. Like,
I mean, he still hasn't feuded with Strowman.
No, he hasn't.
That could be huge, like a Survivor Series or something.
It could be. Strowman's too obsessed with freaking Roman Reigns. Like, he's obsessed with him. Like, you've already beaten him. Like, why are you so obsessed with beating him up?
He's not finished with him yet.
You're right. How could I forget that?
I'm not finished with you yet.
But you finished me last week when you you took me in the ambulance, through the ring, picked the ring up, and then threw the ring through the stadium. Like,
yeah, killed all those innocent fans. Yeah, we lost lawsuit on our hand.
So
I'm country strong.
I'm going to change the subject here real quick. We have about 12 minutes left in the show, but actually, yeah, we have about 12 minutes. Have you guys seen this tweet from the Young Bucks?
The tweet about F the Revival?
Actually about a design that was made with some red CM Punk stars on a Bullet Club t-shirt.
No.
Could it be? I mean, the Young Bucks are teasing CM Punk join the Bullet Club.
You lie like a pig.
No, it's true, man. It's true.
True. It's
joining the Elite as what, a co-commentator because I lost on the Real World Challenge. Did he lose that challenge by the way?
He did. He got eliminated.
Whatever. David Hot Dogs.
Johnny Bananas. Not Timmy Hot Dogs.
Wait, did he lose the Bananas?
No, he's got in a beef with him, but he lost to a snowboarder or something. I don't know.
Wait. But was Bananas already gone, or was he still Bananas?
No, Bananas still got eliminated by CT.
CT eliminated Bananas? Wait, was CM eliminated before or after Bananas?
After Bananas.
Oh.
But
anyway, we're back to this tweet. What? Wait, so if he joins the Elite, then does he become Elite? Does he join the webisode, and is he wrestling again?
Whoa, that's the thing, dude. Nobody knows. I don't even think he responded to the tweets. We don't even know like what his reaction is.
I got so many retweets and likes and stuff.
Punk emblem, like the fist with the lightning bolt through it, or
it was basically like the Bullet Club skull, and then in the background was the 3 red faded stars. I didn't see a lightning bolt on it. I mean, we could pull the tweet up, but
I think it had best in the world on it too.
Oh, on the bottom it said best in the world, Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
Bullet Club.
That's a t-shirt that they're coming out with?
Just a design that they had tweeted to him.
The book, I mean, the Young Bucks are in Hot Topic now. They're a big thing. Oh, it says Chicago, Illinois on it too.
Dude, they're killing it, man. Their webisodes are dope. I don't even know who they wrestle for because they're everywhere.
They are everywhere. They're with ROH, New Japan, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. I mean, and anyone else will hire them.
You like their webisode? That would be sick. Did you like that webisode that I sent y'all? Did y'all watch?
Yeah, that was funny.
Did you
maybe
they were in Canada?
Sami Zayn was there.
Sami Zayn and AJ Styles were there. What do you mean?
And Kevin Steed.
Yes, and Kevin Steed. Like Sami Zayn comes up like, "Hey guys, I gotta go over here to figure out what it's all about." He's like, You're like by a random stranger. I'm like, that was Sami Zayn. And then AJ Styles is like on Instagram, like in the background, just like doesn't say anything, has his hat down. I'm like, that was AJ Styles. Like, I don't remember what Kevin Owens did, but he was definitely there too.
And why the Young Bucks are feuding with the Revival on their webisodes?
Because why not, man? Because it's the Revival, man.
That's awesome. I have no idea. I don't
know why. Do you know, Anthony? Do you know what the beef
No
is?
idea. I was gonna ask you guys why they were beefing.
I don't know, man. They just killed. I don't know. It's not like the Revival is on this. They don't even present the same type of gimmick as the Young Bucks are just on that too sweet, like cool as NWO vibe, and Dash and Dawson are on the we can't stay off the injury bug life. Like one of them just got hurt again. I don't even know which one it is anymore.
I think it was Dawson.
The one that had his jaw wired shut, or the other one?
The other one. The guy with the Fu Manchu.
Oh, he's from Concord, I think. He's from North Carolina. Yeah, fun facts. I don't know why they're feuding. I think it's just, they want to mess with WWE. They basically, I feel like they're just throwing in the face of WWE and their tag teams. Maybe they got word that WWE is going to push the Revival, which would be good for them. Mm-hmm. We don't need you. We don't need WWE to be successful. So we're going to go after their hottest tag team.
And what if they go
the hottest tag team right now, the Revival?
I mean, not right now, but maybe down the road.
They already feuded with the Hardy Boys, and they feuded with the New Day on Twitter before, too.
It's true.
Yeah, and they could be your Raw Tag Team Champions after Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins lose.
True.
If they end up in that match. Who knows?
What?
Well, no, never mind. They're hurt. I forgot.
What if the Young Bucks invade WWE on a tank?
That'd be awesome.
Dude,
sure
it's been done before. What could they do? I don't know. I'm trying to think of the equivalent, the 2017 equivalent, like on a Segway or hoverboard.
Yeah, Segway. There's rumors that Kenny Omega could someday sign with WWE.
Wouldn't surprise. He's really short, man, but it wouldn't surprise me. I think he's shorter than the Young Bucks.
I mean,
really?
Is he?
From the videos, yeah. Because that Being Elite, that web series, like 60 episodes, I got caught in a wormhole and like looking back at some of their episodes. Yes, I saw them like all standing next to each other and like, yeah,
he's 6 foot.
No way, dude. I mean, everyone lies in pro wrestling, but no way. I mean,
6 foot, build weight 202, Canadian. He's 33 years old.
Kenny Omega?
Huh.
Tyson,
yeah, I guess maybe.
Is his official real name.
Has he always been with New Japan, or was he in ROH first?
That's a good question. Wikipedia?
I'm looking it up right now. Kenny Omega.
He's a great wrestler, man.
Yeah. I mean, because New Japan wrestling is such a different style from, what you see over here, which is just WWE, and then the indie scene, and then, terrible, horrible GFW, whatever they're called now. Like,
God. I have a style. I have a 6-sided style.
Oh, they're still doing that 6-sided ring now. Why is Lashley there? He should just do MMA.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There might be one other thing we should talk about, but we already talked about the main event scene. We already talked about Shinsuke. We already talked about Baron Corbin.
Sorry, real quick with Kenny Omega. He did a run from 2008, 2010 Ring of Honor. Before that was like all like small promotions, Premier Championship Wrestling from 01 to 05, Deep South Wrestling 05-06, return to PCW, Pro Wrestling Syndicate for a year, Jersey All Pro Wrestling. Then he goes to Ring of Honor, and then Dramatic Dream Team, DDT Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
Pro Wrestling Guerrilla,
WG.
2017, then New Japan, and then
Did he always go by Kenny Omega, or did he had like a generic like jobber name at one point?
Let's see, he went by
Spencer Black.
Okay, here we go. Kenny Omega, Scott Carpenter, Young Master.
Oh gosh,
Young Mascarito.
Young Master Togo.
Okay.
Okay.
But he's been in New Japan for a long time, like all the way back to how long has AJ Styles been in WWE? Like a year, 2 years?
New Japan 2010 to 2014.
And still. Oh well.
And then 24, and then it says Bullet Club 2014 to present. So yeah.
Bullet Club is indie. They just wrestle wherever they want.
Yeah, started in New Japan, but they can like take it to wherever they want. Yeah.
This is the
Seems
sickest deal in the world. You got Asian fans. You can go to PWG. You can go to freaking. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what's really rad about the Bullet Club, and the fact that like the club is in WWE. It's like it's everywhere. It's global. Bullet Club is global.
That's what I wanted to talk about. So like, you have the Bullet Club or the Elite. Are they Elite or Bullet Club or both?
I think the Elite is like Omega and the Young Bucks.
Yeah, that's it.
They're the Elite of the Bullet Club.
Yeah, it's like a faction of a faction.
And then
That's
the
like
club
Wolfpack.
is right now just Gallows and Anderson. And then you have the Balor Club. And
Dude,
then
he's talking about it now too, which is freaking rad. So yeah. Finn Balor is talking about Balor Club. It's like the first time on Raw that he's actually addressed Balor Club and said "too sweet."
Oh God, please just let him do it, man.
I know, dude. I know.
Wait. What would he do?
He just came nonchalant, dude. He's like, Balor Club, too sweet. And then he like cut a promo. That's basically it. But he addressed Balor Club.
Could you imagine if the club, because right now the club is clearly the hottest thing in the wrestling.
Dude,
Let's just call it what it is.
the originators are in WWE. Carl Anderson and freaking Finn Balor.
That's what I'm saying.
Guys that made it are in the main company, dude. Like, just do it.
It would be worldwide though, because you have the Bullet Club, and then you have the Balor Club or whatever they go by, and then you still got style. Like you could just faction upon faction. If what's that guy's name? Oh geez, he's not there yet. Adam Cole hops over.
True.
He was in the club.
He got kicked out though. Him and AJ got kicked out.
Yeah, I watched that AJ getting kicked out one because it's awesome. And then which one was better, Cole getting kicked out or AJ? Because Cole's was sick with the villain, like that was dope. But AJ's was just awesome too because like the Young Bucks come out and they're like, oh man, da 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 da. And I don't remember what happened. I know Omega was in the ring, and then like
Omega made him turn on AJ because Omega
big party
assumed power.
Awesome.
Yep.
Nothing like a good faction. Nothing like a good faction in pro wrestling.
Exactly.
Check this out. So let's say the club does officially become in WWE, and CM Punk joins Bullet Club.
Then, oh God,
is that his in back into WWE?
I don't know.
Or he can just wrestle anywhere else that he wants because he could do that, but he's still a part of.
I can't say that I couldn't see Phil Brooks ever wrestling in WWE again. I'd never see Bret Hart come back to WWE again, and he did.
Never say never, bro. Never say never. See,
Ultimate Warrior, man. He freaking sued the company and still got to come back. Yeah.
And then he died, unfortunately. R.I.P. Ultimate Warrior.
Rest in peace.
But yeah, man, like that would be sick. The club would be worldwide, and it wouldn't even have to be like obviously you want to see the Bucks and Kenny Omega in WWE, but I don't feel like they have to do that, and I don't want WWE creative to mess them up. Like they haven't messed up everyone in the club that's there now. Like AJ Styles is doing his thing, Finn Balor's doing his thing, Gallows and Anderson. I'm still holding out hope on them. I'm not gonna give up on them yet. I mean, they're kind of, losing their luster, but they're still in the scene.
They're still okay. I'm just geeking in my head, just dreaming. How sick would it be, dude? Okay, just think about it. Okay, so let's say CM Punk decides, fine, whatever. I'll go back. It makes sense to go back. Bullet Club backing me. Just imagine how big the crowd pop would be for CM Punk to come back to WWE alongside the Young Bucks.
Oh my God.
People would come unglued.
somebody would probably
So
spontaneously combust.
babies would be tossed in the air and women shot.
It would be insane. It would be insane, but it would just be too sweet. Like, and you have to think of the storyline that sets that up. Like, what is it that causes them?
You don't even need. You just need the day after WrestleMania. Just the Monday Night Raw. Open it that way.
Oh, okay. Here's how it happens. Okay, Finn Balor comes out. Like, club's already established. Finn Balor comes out with Carl and Luke Gallows, and they're just chatting and they're talking, and then they're like, "Hey, we got some news or something, or we got to introduce some new guys into the club." And then,
oh my!
Dude, everybody would geek, dude, and freak out.
He comes out, and I don't even know what the Young Bucks.
9 months later, dude, an influx, an exponential amount of babies would be born 9 months from the date of that happening, bro. That's what will happen, bro.
I'll be named Phil.
It would have to be that, like, if you have to make it a story, it could be like, unfortunately, like some evil. So the corporation or something is, or whatever what do they call themselves now? Like Triple H. What are they called?
The
Authority.
Yeah,
they're in power. The Shield goes heel, and they reform. Roman Reigns is the champ. He does what The Rock did, goes heel, and they're dominating like Finn Balor, and the Good Brothers, who are just a small faction of the club, just little, and they're taking a lot of lumps because they're getting jumped and beat up and tossed around by Samoa Joe's now down with the Authority. Like, they got muscle, they got everything.
Nah.
And then all that happens. They cut some stupid promo about friends or whatever, and then that music hits as the Authority's in the ring, and then they come out, and then CM Punk. Oh my God, I'm freaking out right now.
Like, think about it, dude. It would just, dude.
And then, like,
would implode.
Nick and Matt, or whatever their names are, like they come out, but they have like hoodie masks on, so you can't see their faces, and they're like, "Who are these guys?" Like, so let's say CM Punk hits the ring to try to help his friend. Like, after that, and then they're like, "We're not even done with the surprises." And then those two come out, clear the ring, but they got hoodie masks on, and then they take them off.
And then the entire locker room runs from the back, and the freaking Young Bucks super kick everybody,
bro. Yo, that would be sick.
Massive super kick party, dude. Just those two dudes, just super kicks. So just like when Austin freaking stunnered everybody in the Royal Rumble, dude. This would be that, but it would be nothing but super kicks. Everybody. Michael Cole gets super kicked. Freaking everybody, dude. Everybody.
But what does that mean for the American Nightmare?
Oh,
Cody Rhodes.
he could if Bullet Club really came to WWE, they would, dude. Cody would be seen. The Stardust was a thing of the past, dude. We don't, whatever. Cool. That was great. That was fun. We were entertained by it. You are the American Nightmare, bro. That's who you are, and that's
a sick gimmick too. I like the name.
Oh, dude. Oh man. All right.
It's perfect for the Bullet Club. Anyway, we gotta.
All right.
Sorry, we just dream booked the WWE for like the next week. All right, guys.
That's a good note to end on, man. We're running over our time, but we don't care. We run the show. Yeah. But
exactly. GTS your friend, people.
Watch out for Carmella's abs. They're still a thing.